11 sad Netflix movies to make you cry. At number 1 we have a man called Otto. Meet Otto Anderson, played by Tom Hanks, a grumpy widower determined to end his life. His plans are disrupted by new neighbors: the pregnant Marisol, played by Mariana Trevino, her husband Tommy, played by Manuel Garcia Rulfo, and their daughters Abby, played by Alessandra Perez, and Luna, played by Cristiana Montoya. Despite Otto's initial resistance, he and the sharp-witted Marisol form a close bond. As Otto navigates his grief, reminisces about the past, and contemplates his existence, he discovers new meaning in life. Based on Frederick Backman's international bestseller A Man Called Ove, this film will break your heart multiple times, but ultimately leave you filled with love for a cranky old man and his cat. At number 2 we have Good Grief. Dan Levy makes his feature directorial debut with this insightful dramedy about the complexities of love and loss. After the death of his husband Oliver, played by Luke Evans, Mark, played by Levy, uncovers some unsettling secrets about the man he loved, including a hidden apartment in Paris. Seeking answers, Mark travels to France with his two best friends, Sophie, played by Ruth Negga, and Thomas, played by Himesh Patel, each grappling with their own relationships and grief. This film will make you laugh, cry, and likely have you looking up flights to Paris as you enjoy the beautiful setting. At number 3 we have All the Bright Places. Despite its name, this coming-of-age drama starts on a somber note. While jogging, Finch, played by Justice Smith, encounters Violet, played by Elle Fanning, seemingly about to jump off a bridge. He convinces her to step back, and they become partners for a school project exploring Indiana. As their bond deepens, Finch discovers Violet's survivor's guilt from a car accident that killed her sister, while Violet learns the heartbreaking reasons behind Finch's solitary nature and erratic behavior. Can the light they find in each other overcome the darkness they each carry? Adapted from Jennifer Niven's novel, the film's standout feature is its dedicated cast, delivering tender, thoughtful, and inevitably tear-jerking performances. At number 4 we have A Walk to Remember, Never Forget. Based on Nicholas Sparks's best-selling novel, this 2002 teen romance continues to tug at the heartstrings of millennials with every rewatch. But the pain is bittersweet. Mandy Moore stars as Jamie Sullivan, a reverend's daughter harboring a painful secret, while Shane West plays Landon Carter, a rebellious teen with father issues. Together, this unlikely duo defies stereotypes, surprises their parents and peers, and learns that love is patient, love is kind, but it's rarely fair. At number 5 we have All Together Now. Everybody loves Amber, played by Ollie Cravalho, a high school senior with a bright outlook, a generous heart, and dreams of studying musical theater at Carnegie Mellon University, her late father's alma mater. However, behind her radiant smile is a hidden struggle. Amber and her mother, Becky, played by Justina Machado, are homeless and living in the school bus Becky drives for work. As their financial situation worsens, Becky starts relying on an abusive ex-boyfriend who worsens her alcoholism. When Carnegie Mellon invites Amber to audition, the girl who always helps others must learn to accept help herself. With heartfelt musical performances and charming cameos from Fred Armisen and Carol Burnett, the film ends on a hopeful note, but it takes you on an emotional roller coaster to get there. At number 6 we have Canvas. Don't Let the Animation Fool You. This 9-minute short film from Pixar director-animator Frank E. Abney 3 delivers an emotional punch. Since losing his wife, an elderly painter has been unable to return to his art, even going so far as to knock his easel to the ground. His granddaughter frequently visits, sharing her own artwork and inviting him to join her, but he always refuses. One day, as the little girl explores her granddad's house, she uncovers a covered canvas. When she reveals what's underneath, both she and the painter discover its contents might have the power to change everything. At number 7 we have First Match. Monique Emo, played by Elvire Emanuel, a teenager from Brooklyn's Brownsville neighborhood, has spent her life moving from one foster home to another. With her father, Daryl, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, newly released from prison, Emo dreams of living with him. When Daryl refuses, Emo decides to change his mind by joining the boys' wrestling team, knowing her father was once a medal-winning champion. Gritty and impactful, First Match won both the Audience Award and the Luna/Game Changer Award at the South by Southwest Festival. Emanuel shines both on and off the mat as the determined Emo, with standout performances from Gerald A. Jerome as her loyal friend Omari and Coleman Domingo as the tough coach Castile. This film is part inspirational sports story, part raw family drama, highlighting the harsh reality that sometimes the people we fight hardest for don't want us to succeed. At number 8 we have Kodachrome. Ben Ryder, played by Ed Harris, a renowned photographer with terminal liver cancer, has one final wish for his estranged son, Matt, played by Jason Sudeikis, to drive him to Dwayne's photo in Parsons, Kansas, the last place that processes Ben's favorite Kodachrome film. Matt, a record label executive on the brink of losing his job, reluctantly agrees after Ben's manager promises to arrange a meeting with a band that could save Matt's career. Accompanied by 4 rolls of film and Ben's nurse/personal assistant, Zoe, played by Elizabeth Olsen, they embark on a road trip with several poignant stops along the way. Inspired by a 2010 New York Times article, Kodachrome is the ultimate reconciliation story, proving that a picture is worth 1,000 tears. At number 9, we have Passing. Rebecca Hall's directorial debut, an adaptation of Nella Larsen's 1929 novel, delves into the intertwined lives of two light-skinned black women who can pass as Caucasian, a theme accentuated by the film's black and white cinematography. Set in 1920s New York City, Irene, played by Tessa Thompson, unexpectedly encounters her childhood friend, Claire, played by Ruth Negga, in a hotel dining room. Irene learns that Claire has been living as a white woman and is married to a racist white banker named John, played by Alexander Skarsgård. Despite the risk of her husband discovering her racial identity, Claire is eager to reconnect with Irene, her husband Brian, played by Andre Holland, and the black community she misses. Featuring subtly powerful lead performances, Passing offers a quietly mesmerizing viewing experience until its gripping climax leaves a lasting impact. At number 10, we have Pieces of a Woman. Martha, played by Vanessa Kirby, and Sean, played by Shia LaBeouf, eagerly await the arrival of their first child. However, during the home birth, their midwife is replaced by Eva, played by Molly Parker, and tragically, the baby dies of cardiac arrest. The devastating loss sends shockwaves through the couple and extends to Martha's mother, Elizabeth, played by Ellen Burstyn. Now, they must navigate the aftermath of grief and find a way to move forward, together or apart. Originally conceived as a play, Pieces of a Woman was brought to life by director Cornell Mundruxo and screenwriter Kata Weber, who drew from their own experiences of miscarriage. The film's powerful portrayal of loss has garnered acclaim, even earning the admiration of Martin Scorsese, who signed on as an executive producer after being deeply moved by the story. At number 11, we have Roma, the first Mexican feature to win the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. This black and white drama from writer-director Alfonso Cuarón is named after Mexico City's Colonia Roma district. Set during the early 1970s, a period of domestic and political unrest, the film follows Cleo, played by Yalitza Aparicio, a housekeeper working for an upper-middle-class family. The father, Antonio, played by Fernando Gridiaga, is often absent, leading the mother, Sofia, played by Marina de Tavira, to suspect infidelity. Meanwhile, Cleo discovers she's pregnant, but her boyfriend, Fermin, abandons her upon hearing the news. Roma is an intensely personal and visually stunning film that garnered widespread acclaim upon its release. With 10 Oscar nominations, it secured wins for Best Director and Best Cinematography, solidifying its place in cinematic history. Embrace the emotions, let the tears flow, and allow these films to touch your heart in the most profound ways.